Hello, everybody. My name is Mark Fisher, and this is our channel, Our Scientology Stories, Peeling the Onion. And I want to welcome you to this short video that I wanted to put out today. And it has to do with the upcoming New Year's event that David Miscavige, the self-appointed Pope of Scientology, recorded last week that's going to be put out for Scientologists to see on New Year's Eve. And this is a thumbnail from the audio of the event that you can actually hear on my friend Apostate Alex's channel if you want to hear the whole event. But there was something in it immediately that caught my attention, and I thought I would do a short video on it and point it out, because apparently the self-proclaimed Pope of Scientology has proclaimed a miracle has occurred. And I want to go over that with you in detail. This is Portland, Oregon, and he was talking about how in 2020, during the pandemic and the shutdown and all that, there was over 100 nights of protests, and this had to do with the George Floyd case and Black Lives Matter. And this is in downtown Portland, where for 100 nights straight, there were protests and riots against the federal government. They set fires and looted and, broke windows, and just every night had some kind of civil unrest and protesting going on because of the atrocity of the way the police handled George Floyd. But in doing so, it created just almost like a war zone in downtown Portland. And so the Portland organization is located right in the center of that area. Well, Miscavige proclaimed at his New Year's event that, Scientology decided to do something about it. So what did they do? They gathered they claim 100 staff members and volunteers, and they had them decide that they were going to take control of the area. And the Portland organization apparently is right down in that area. So what they decided to do is to reach out in a 1-mile radius around their organization, right? And during this rioting and everything, and they were going to send out the Way to Happiness booklet by L. Ron Hubbard to people all around the organization within a 1-mile radius. Okay. Now they were gonna practice, distancing and all that. They weren't going to go up face to face and hand these pamphlets out. But what they were going to do instead is do a mass mailing to all the different people in that area and those addresses. And just so people know, the Way to Happiness booklet was written by L. Ron Hubbard in 1981, and it was meant to be a non-religious moral code. Basically, it was supposed to be a way to better living by following various precepts in order to live a better life. Okay. And it was printed as a pamphlet, and it was not to have his name on it anywhere or any recognition to the Church of Scientology. On the front of the pamphlet, it has a place where you can actually write down the name of the person you're giving it to and who's giving it to them. And it was supposed to be a way of disseminating these precepts and get it out, to get around the fact that, we are the Church of Scientology and we're controversial. And Hubbard, that was his plan, was to do this and to print them very cheaply on paper, and you could buy a bundle of them, and then the idea was you would give them out to people and send them out to people and that type of thing. Well, over the years, Miscavige and Scientology, they raised millions of dollars from donations from rich Scientologists to do this, to give these out, send these out. And it was a way to, pad the statistics in terms of sales and that type of thing. Well, what did they decide to do in Portland? We're going to go ahead and send these out within a 1-mile radius of the Portland organization. Okay. And what was the results? I'm just going to tell you what they said. Miscavige claims that the day after these pamphlets were sent out within a 1-mile radius, the protests magically stopped. They ended the day after they mailed out these pamphlets. And I'm just going to read to you this section that was in here. Okay, and here it is right here. One second here. He mentioned that here it is right here. All total, you're looking at more than 3 tons of material to infuse a ravaged city with nearly 44,000 copies of the Way to Happiness booklet, all in a single postal blitz. Yet it's what's next that happens that enters this story into the pages of Portland legend and lore. Because call it magic, call it divine intervention, the very next day after booklets arrived in residents' hands, the nightly riots don't just let up, they stop cold. And that is the power of the Way to Happiness. Apparently, you can send out a pamphlet to everybody within a mile radius, and they don't even have a chance really to read it. And lo and behold, it was an act of God. It was divine intervention, and the riots stopped cold. Not to mention all the other things that the federal government and the police departments were doing to get them to stop and to slow down. No, this was a Scientology miracle based on the Way to Happiness. And it goes on further than that. They then started sending out and giving out the pamphlet to all over the city of Portland to get it out and disseminate in order to create peace and calm in the area. And the thing is that this is just complete ridiculousness. Anybody with any kind of reason or logic can see that this is really foolish. Okay. Now, the Way to Happiness pamphlet, just so you know, it's based on the booklet contains a set of 21 precepts, which were written by L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology. And these are the precepts that are in there, the 21 precepts, and they're very common sense, and they're not necessarily something that L. Ron Hubbard came up with, but these are what they are. The first one, take care of yourself. This includes brushing your teeth. In the pamphlet, it talks about how you need to take care and brush your teeth. Well, obviously Hubbard never did that because his teeth were terrible all the way until towards the end of his life, right? The second one is be temperate. The third one, don't be promiscuous. Well, that makes sense. The fourth one, love and help children, like Scientology does. They love and help their children, don't they, with all the abuses that went on in the Sea Organization and the neglect of children in the nurseries. That's a really good one. The next one, honor and help your parents. Oh, yeah, disconnection, that really helps and honors your parents. Following that is set a good example. Oh, yeah, Scientologists are people you should look up to with all the different things that they do, and the selfishness that they have, and those type of things. Following that is to seek to live with the truth. Are you kidding me? Scientology does not live by the truth. Hubbard's biography was full of lies, and all the different actions that were full of lies. And not only that, David Miscavige's speeches that he gives at these events, they're full of lies. Okay, he makes up stuff out of thin air. And the now that Dan Sherman, the speechwriter, is no longer alive, oh, he's got somebody else that's brewing up a speech that's almost impossible to understand the way that it's written. But anyway, it's all full of lies. And that precept, I'm sure they're really following that one. The next one is do not murder. That's a common sense one. Following that is don't do anything illegal. Oh, yeah. The Guardian's Office and Scientology and the Office of Special Affairs, yeah, they don't do anything illegal. They don't want to be in violation of the Way to Happiness. Following that is support a government designed and run for all the people. Next is do not harm a person of goodwill. Right? How about all the people that are disconnected from and they're trying to get their families back and all that? How much harm have you been doing towards them? Just ridiculous. The next one is safeguard and improve your environment. That makes sense. And then the following one is do not steal. Don't steal anything. Okay, makes sense. Following that is be worthy of trust. Yeah, you trust Scientology with your deepest, darkest personal secrets in their counseling. And what do? Oh, they use them against you as soon as you decide you're no longer part of the group. We just did a video with Scott and Carrie Campbell on the Free Winds, where all these, operating Thetan 8 people in their ethics handlings and everything. They wrote up all the different transgressions and things that they did. And what did they do? Oh, Scientologists turned them over to the International Association of Scientologists registrars to extract donations from these wealthy people to Scientology and the International Association of Scientologists because of all these bad things that they had done and all these crimes that they had committed. Yeah, that's really being worthy of trust. The next one is fulfill your obligations. That's a good one. Following that is be industrious. Boy, that's really common sense. The next one is be competent. Oh, yeah, no, we really should be competent. We should do what we're supposed to do, and we should do it well. That makes sense. Following that is respect religious beliefs. Okay. Yeah, the Scientology is virtuous in that regards. Following this one is try not to do things to others that you would not like them to do to you. Ha ha, the golden rule, right? Yeah, do unto others not as they do unto you. That's just crazy. Scientology, yeah, they're definitely virtuous in this regard. Following that is try to treat others as you would want them to treat you. Oh, I'm sure that's what they would like to do. All the different things that they do at OSA and the Guardian's Office and disconnection from families. Yeah, that's really a nice one. And then the final one is flourish and prosper. And what does that mean? That means go forth and be successful. Because if you're successful and prosper in life, oh my God, then you're going to have more money that you can donate to Scientology, and you can give these things back to Scientology. This is the way to happiness, right? And this is the precepts and these booklets that I showed you right here. These are the way to happiness that Miscavige was stating created this miracle in Portland. It stopped cold. These riots that were going on was because of the precepts in these booklets that were sent out to people all around Portland. And lo and behold, the rioting stopped. Well, I got news for you. If that was so successful, how about sending them over to Russia and Ukraine right now? It's probably going to stop the war if that happens, or in the Middle East. Oh, we could have world peace. It's only been going on for thousands of years. All we need to do is drop from airplanes the way to happiness all over Israel and Gaza and Palestine and Ukraine and Russia. If we just drop those out of airplanes everywhere, magically those conflicts are going to be over. Yeah, right. Okay. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge I want to sell you, over the Sahara Desert. It's just ridiculous. It defies logic. It's just not true. So there's the Pope of Scientology, David Miscavige, extolling the virtues and the miracle of the way to happiness. Matter of fact, this was the first thing it looks like in the speech where he talks about this. And it's just a made up thing, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. It's just another, piece of illogic from David Miscavige and Scientology in terms of what they do in the world. And the fact of the matter is the Scientology people that are donating money and all that, they literally, if they were really looking at this, they'd be laughing. They'd be laughing at this statement that he was making, because there's just no way that sending out these little booklets the next day stopped all of that rioting. It just makes no common sense. But you know what? These people will believe anything, it seems like, because this is not even something that they could be forbidden to look at. Okay, they're talking about a national thing, not like, oh, this is going to be M theta or attacks on Scientology. No, all I have to do is read the news about the Portland riots and the Portland demonstrations, and they'll find out what really happened in terms to end them. It had nothing to do with the way to happiness or Scientology. Anyway, so I just wanted to point these things out. It's just another example of Scientology and their arrogance in terms of what they do in this world. I want to thank you for watching this short video. If you're interested in this subject and you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe to our channel. It's Our Scientology Stories Peeling the Onion. It helps us get these messages out to people who are no longer Scientologists or who are interested in the subject but have not seen any of the videos. So we really appreciate it if you would subscribe. If you've got any questions or opinions, please list them down in the comments section down below. We check them regularly. And then also, if you'd like to donate and support the channel, you can always buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description to this video. That's what I have today, my friends, and I hope that you all have a great day. And until the next time, we'll see you later.